Rahim, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, this is my statement on extremism. I, as an individual, my name is Adnan Rashid, condemn extremism in all its forms. I, as a Muslim speaker in the Park, condemn extremism, whether it is Muslim, Christian, Jewish, right-wing extremists, or whether it is from any background. I condemn it wholeheartedly. I have always done so. And I want to make it clear once and for all. There are some people in the Park here, they have lost in intellectual debates. They have nothing more to say on that side. And now they are desperate. They are resorting to desperate things. I'm not going to mention them. I'm not going to honor them by mentioning their names. But you may know who they are. They are trying to, for example, if there is someone who walks past the park, and we happen to be in the park, they can say, oh, because that extremist walked past the park and Adnan Rashid was standing there, there must be a link. So this is why they will try to link any Tom, Dick and Harry, even if there is no connection whatsoever. And they will link us, they will try to link us to these extremist ideas. So this is why it was very important for us to clarify that my teachings are known for the last 10 years. I have been making public speeches for the last 10 years, a decade. That's a very, very long time. I have consistently condemned, criticized, confronted extremism in all its forms, whether it is coming from Muslims, or whether it's coming from right-wing racist establishments, or whether it's coming from other sectors of our society. So this was a clarification that I, as an individual, I am not responsible for any individual in the park, whether that individual is filming me or whether he's standing, because park is a public place. All sorts of people come here with all sorts of different ideas. We don't know who is who in the park. I can only guarantee for myself and some individuals in the park, one or two speakers like Mansoor and Hashim, I know them, I've known them for a decade. Okay, and I'm sure I'm speaking for them as well, right? We have always confronted extremism in our personal capacities. I have personally approached some extremists like Anjum Chaudhry, and I have asked him to just disappear. We don't want you to represent Muslims in this country. This is a beautiful country. We love Britain. We are proud British citizens. We have contributed for the best part of 60 years in this country on all levels, and we are very happy to be here. We are very, very grateful to the British people for providing for us a generous home, for their hospitality, for their tolerance. Britain is one of the greatest countries in the world, and we cherish that, okay? And any extremists who want to say otherwise, we have confronted them. I have done so personally. I have approached these people. I have, in particular, Anjum Chaudhry. I contacted him in the past, and I asked him to disappear. Do not represent Muslims, because you don't represent Muslims. You only represent your 200 or 300 followers. And he has been appearing on CNN, Fox News, Sky News, for what? There are 3 million Muslims in this country, and why is he coming and talking on behalf of Islam? Okay, we have made it very clear publicly and otherwise and privately that we don't want these people, these extremists, to represent us. Likewise, I say people like Tommy Robinson, people like some other extremists walking around in the park who themselves are the supporters of Tommy Robinson. Some of these individuals who are accusing us of extremism, ironically, are themselves known extremists. They side with people like Tommy Robinson. They support him, they love him, they cherish him, they spread his ideas, they have taken pictures with him as his fans. So these people are the ones who are telling us, it's like the kettle telling the pot, you're black, right? It's ironic that these people would do things like that. So it's very, very clear. I want to make it very clear once and for all that we, as Muslim speakers in the park, and when I say we, I'm talking about myself and Mansoor and Hashim, we condemn extremism in all its forms. We have never ever said otherwise. We have always condemned extremism and extremists, and we are not responsible for anyone in the park, for their actions, for their statements, for how they sneeze, how they cough, how they sit, how they talk, how they walk, how they do things. We're not responsible for anyone but our own words and our own actions. So I couldn't make it more clear. And after this video, if anyone comes to us asking us to condemn X, condemn a rabbit, condemn a fox, condemn a lion who killed a deer in Africa, or condemn an elephant who possibly farted in Africa, in African jungles to try for the lighter moment. Yeah, we're not going to condemn any of that. Why? Because we are not responsible for these things.
Not playing their
Right?
game.
We're not going to play their game. We have made ourselves very clear. We are Orthodox Muslims who stand for Orthodox Islam, and we believe Islam, all of it, it's a beautiful faith, it is a generous faith, it is a compassionate faith, it's a merciful faith, and we are here for Islam to tell people about Islam so that people have no misconceptions. There is a lot of hate around the world today, and there are a lot of misconceptions about Islam. One of the reasons why we come to the park is to clarify the image or demystify the image of Islam, and some Islamophobes in this area, some Islamophobes don't like the fact that we are representing Islam effectively. We are trying to clarify misconceptions, and they don't like it. Because we defend Islam, because people like myself, Mansoor and Hashim defend Islam, they want to come up with these ideas, and they want to attack us in different forms, but we are not dissuaded, we are not discouraged, we will continue so long as we live. Thank you so much for listening, and all we have for people out there, whether you are Muslim or non-Muslim, is love, compassion and mercy. May Allah bless you, may God bless you all. Thank you very much for listening, and spread this message around the world. This is my stance on extremism and extremists. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.